Hey guys, Celeste with the Silver Cord here, just bringing in some morning cards and coffee. So good morning or good evening or good night whenever you guys get this. This is just an energy reading and just the basics of what's going on today, March 20th, 2020. Can you believe it? It is almost April already and all the craziness that's going on. Which I find funny because Saturn is a very slow-moving planet, and it is literally getting ready to leave our great sign of Capricorn and go into one of our favorite air signs of Aquarius. And it's a time of great perception and seeing things really from a different way and learning a new perspective. And I know Saturn transits can be very drudgy and slow and feel like things are taking forever to get moving because it is a very large and very slow moving planet. But this is really a big transition for everybody, and it's really a way of changing your perception and seeing that your perception is uniquely yours. Everybody's ideas of what is happening in the world right now is based on their perception, and your perception, it's like trying to pinpoint the center on the outside of a sphere. There is no center on the outside of the sphere. It's completely round all the way around. Your point of perception is just merely the point at which you're standing on. And that's a great way of looking at it. Your point of perception of what is going on in this world is directly relative to where you are standing on the globe. So just remember that you are a self-creator of your own reality, and your perception is your responsibility to take care of. What else we got going on? We got Mercury in Pisces. It's bringing a lot of people wanting to express themselves in creative ways. We got Mars in Capricorn and the Sun in Aries. And I say it like that because the Sun in Aries gives us real big desire and drive to want to conquer. And with Mars, it's joint planet for Aries being in Capricorn right now, that is really about battle strategy. So in this time where everybody's kind of stuck at home, it's time to really think of new battle strategies on how to start getting some things done, or new ways of doing things. And there you go, battle strategy, 3 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Mind your money. Yes, mind your money right now. I'm not saying be a miser. I'm not saying hoard your money. I'm just saying be mindful of it. And be sure that you do not give to a point that is detrimental to you. What else do we got? We also still have the big transit tomorrow. Tomorrow, on the 21st, Saturn actually leaves Capricorn and goes into Aquarius. So this is really about, with this transit, switching signs like that, and with Capricorn being the focus on work and money versus things within our control versus things out of our control, like addictions and unhealthy habits. So with this transit, it really is a time to just start putting those toxic traits down. A lot of people are about to be going through not being able to get their favorite vices for a couple of weeks. So this is definitely playing into what's going on with everybody right now. And I said 3 of Swords here. This is the warning, the heartbreak, the separation card. But this is also, in this deck, is about recognizing what battles are yours and what battles aren't yours. So just be mindful if you're feeling yourself being dragged into unnecessary conflicts with people, or if you find yourself trying to argue your point a lot, and for some reason it's just not getting through to the person you're trying to argue the point to. It's time to learn when to walk away from these arguments. It's not your job to change everybody's mind in the world. So we get the Hermit, and then we've got the 9 of Cups here. So yeah, this is definitely a time, if you are stuck in, or the Wise one in this deck, if you are stuck in Hermit mode, it is time to, instead of focusing on how bored you are, or how much you can't get done the way that you used to get done, and the delays and all this other stuff, this is a time actually to take take and to make sure that while you are trying to entertain the masses, or while you're trying to entertain your kids at home, or while you're trying to do all these little things that you're not used to having to do all the time, make sure you still take some time for yourself during these isolated eras and work on honing those intuitive energy skills. Nine of Cauldrons. Focus on your home. Focus on your family, your kids, your loved ones. Focus on those that you could be celebrating with. If you have a bunch of extra spare time and you know that your neighbor or your best friend and their kids aren't sick, and you know that there's not a lot in your area and that you guys could go and do small get-togethers and small play dates, I would definitely go along with that. If there's no threat of the virus or anything like that around you and your loved ones, and you want to do like a small celebration with just you guys, do that. Do some fun things. Have some fun while this is going on. It will greatly improve everybody's circumstances, and a lighter, brighter attitude really does boost your immune system. I know that sounds so hokey, but it is so very, very true. I mean, it is the difference. It really is the difference between getting sick and not getting sick, or getting sick and getting better, is really all in your mindset. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse here. Communications shut down, guys. A lot of communications aren't going to be coming in that you want to be coming in, and this is not going to be a personal attack on you that these communications aren't coming in. This isn't anything that you've done. This is just things are crazy for everyone, and everyone's trying to get a handle on the new way things are right now. It's definitely a big shift. So now we have the Eight of Swords again, the isolation card, followed by the transformation card, the Ace of Swords, right? So this message keeps popping up. It keeps popping up every day. This isolated time is a time of transformation for everybody who is on the path right now. Five of Cups. So there's there's loss and bereavement and sadness, and a lot of people have lost people over the last year or so, and it has been more to do with just the way of life than this actual virus taking people for a lot of us. It is just loss. Death is an inevitable part of life, and a lot of us have lost a lot of people close to us over the last year. So it's weird for me to talk about death, because I have a very weird, different perspective of it. Death does not make me sad, but I see how it makes a lot of people sad. And I know missing those that you love, that you can no longer speak to, has to be very difficult and a hard thing to process. But just remember that anybody you have lost is still with you. So don't dwell on their loss. Rejoice in the fact that because you cannot no longer see them, they are always with you. Six of Wands. There is victory coming. Two of Wands. We just need to learn how to balance and not juggle, but Two of Wands is more of like the passion in how you present yourself to the world. Just because we're all locked up doesn't mean we all have to look like a bunch of bums. How you present yourself to the world is important. Nine of Wands. Now, the Nine of Wands is definitely in correlation to the Nine of Cups, the card everybody wants, but it's also directly correlated to the Nine of Swords. So, which is like kind of like a little bit of a mental imprisonment. So, Nine of Wands is really going to be bringing you that persistence and resilience to get through this. At the end here, the Joker, make sure you keep it fun. Make sure you keep it light, guys. Find interesting, fun ways to entertain yourself. Final two cards I got here. 5-5. So we got 3 5s now. 5-5-5. All right, so there is a lot of conflict, and really with the advice that I just gave you of keeping it light, keeping it bright, that is where you're probably going to find a lot of your conflict. A lot of people wanting to, they want to switch your vibration. If you're sitting here and you're like, I don't see it's a big deal, as long as we're safe, we're okay, as long as we take care of this and take care of that, and you're constantly coming up with ways of trying to calm people down, this is going to be where you run into your disagreements and your disagreements and people wanting to lower that frequency and argue you out of it. So just be mindful of that if people are arguing around you and you're trying to keep the whole situation light and bright and everybody around you is just so set on doom and gloom. If you can't get through to them, don't torture yourself, because the second phase of that, if they can't get you to lower your vibrations to match whatever they are projecting, they will try to just annoy the hell out of you. And that annoyed, angry energy is what is going to lower your vibrations. And that's going to make you more susceptible to everything that's going on in the world. So just be mindful of that, guys, that you're not going to be able to change everybody's mind. This is like the second time this has come up in this reading. So you're not going to be able to change everybody's mind. Everybody's going to have their own point of perception, and their own point of perception is directly correlated to where they're standing on a sphere. And there's no center to the outside of a sphere. Everybody's point of perception, technically, usually, it is kind of right. It is their reality. That is their perception. But don't allow their negative perceptions to lower your vibrations that you guys have been working so hard on over the last couple of years, and with everything that's craziness has been going on in the spiritual communities. This is just a reverberation of that throughout the earth, of everything that is going on right now. So this is just we're still in a big shift. I said Saturn transitions fully into Aquarius tomorrow, so that is going to be another big shift. For the card for today is Vision Quest. And this is a really, this really goes along with everything that's going on right now. The Vision Quest card is about, when you take a Vision Quest, you're supposed to only take the bare essentials and go out into the desert and survive on next to nothing while you're out there. So everything that's going on in the world right now is kind of like a vision quest. It's kind of showing everybody what is the bare minimum that you need to survive. What is the bare essentials to your life? Take some time to really sit and meditate on that, on what it is that you need to survive. And then if you can check off every little list, every little thing, I've got food, I got shelter, I got this, I got that. If you could check off all the bare essentials to survive, count yourself lucky, be grateful. Be grateful for every luxury you have beyond and over everything that you need to survive, and really keep the perception of attitude of gratitude in order to keep your abundance frequency still flowing and rolling in. All right. So that is March 20th. 2020. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe, spank the bell to get more notifications. I'm going to be back on later to do our new moon video. I'm going to do a sigil casting for this new moon, and I'll bring you all the astrology coming with the new moon, and I will be doing the zodiac signs starting probably tomorrow. All right, y'all. Blessed be all those who walk these paths with me. Remember, check the description below for any more information, to join us in our Facebook group, to purchase private readings, or to donate to help out. We greatly appreciate all your love and support, and I will talk to you guys later.